This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
This episode of the History of Bad Ideas is sponsored by the Cincinnati Comic Expo. If you missed the Cincinnati Comic Expo in 2016, it will be returning to the Duke Energy Center in Cincinnati, Ohio in 2017, September 22nd through the 24th. Want to know what you missed out on? Go to the Cincinnati Comic Expo Facebook page, and they have all their panels with Stan Lee, John Barrowman, and many, many others. Also want to know what else you're missing out on? Check out History of Bad Ideas podcast number 143, as we have sit-down interviews with several of the guests at the Cincinnati Comic Expo. Again, September 22nd through the 24th of 2017. Get your tickets at the beginning of the year.
It's about comic books and movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that sucked. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Yeah. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote good
All
scripts.
right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 158. I'm Jason.
I am Jeff.
Blake.
And with us this week is musician to the stars, doctor in training, and the guy that fixed the sound for Toby. It's Dr. Bednar.
We hope you fix the sound. We hope we're coming through clear and loud for everyone out there.
And let me just say that if this works out well, then that beats anything that number one fan Doug ever wrote or did for the show.
You know what? I agree.
Let it be
Has been
known.
thrown.
And you know what? You might be the official musician to the stars. Henno might have some competition. I think you beat Henno out.
I thought I already had.
Well, you did. You brought us a mixing board, so we have a new mixing board. Woo! We have a mixing board. Hope he's going strong.
Hell yeah.
Oh, so we got a lot to talk about this week.
Yes, we do. We are all back. Thank you, guys. Hope everybody had a good holiday. Hobie had recorded a couple episodes last time, and then we had a best of episode. And we're happy to be back live. I've not seen Blake in 3 weeks. I've missed you, buddy.
I haven't seen you since last year.
Oh, you're so funny.
Oh, it's
That's going to be in my down section. Trust me, I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
No, not seeing you. It's nothing that. So, did everyone have a good holiday?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah,
Sure. Okay.
great.
Dr. Bednar, good holiday?
sucked.
Why?
Worked the entire time.
Oh, that's
well.
a way to ruin a holiday.
Couple heart surgeries.
Oh, well. Yeah. Any brain aneurysms?
Just let those fuckers die.
Well, you could have, but you took the hippopotamus oath. So that means that you can't let them die.
Yeah.
And you have to live in a zoo or something.
I live in a zoo. Never mind. Anyways, moving on. We do have some big news here. We officially, as of now, kicking the new year off, we have a beer sponsor.
Woo!
We,
Of
I
which
like
someone
beer.
needs to fill me
Beer
up a
in my
glass.
belly.
we are busting this sucker out. Okay, so if you're in Southern Ohio, stop by Municipal Brew Works. They are on 20. They're at 20 High Street in Hamilton, Ohio. They're a brand new brewery. You can go to municipalbrewworks.com, and they're open Wednesday through Sunday. And they are providing beer for us from now on every podcast.
Until they decide they don't like us.
Yes, until they hear us and say, "What the fuck are we doing with these assholes?"
Whoa.
And that was the sound of a growler opening up
Almost exploding on Jason.
and destroying our mixer system. Wow, that was short-lived.
That would have been a little anticlimactic there.
No, they are a great little brewery there. And this week, we have Blonde is the flavor. So I will be pouring you guys some glasses if you guys would like to talk amongst yourself.
I like a good blonde. Do you like
Everybody
a good blonde?
likes blondes.
I'm
I
more
like
redhead.
my blondes hot.
I like blondes.
these are
I like
cool
redheads.
blondes.
I like
Oh, these
brunettes.
are cool blondes?
Yeah.
I like
I like
redheads.
platinum. I like blue.
I always tell my wife.
I like bald.
I like wheat.
Are you George Costanza? She's bald, Jerry. Bald. She dumped me because I was bald. Got dumped by a bald woman. I like,
Although we were talking about the downstairs.
oh, well, yeah, that's a given. Nobody wants carpet down there. Trust me. Ugh. Ugh. Anyways, just better match the drapes. Anyways, let's see. I'll give you something to talk about. George Michael and Carrie Fisher while I pour some glasses.
They both died, and it's sad. It was a way to just cap off the crappy ass.
2016.
Yeah. And then after Carrie Fisher, her mother the next day, terrible.
Debbie
Died of a
Reynolds.
broken heart.
And 84 years old.
That's right. It died. Broken heart killed her.
I thought it was a brain aneurysm.
Same thing.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Bednar, you're a doctor. Please tell us, is it the same thing?
Yes.
Okay, good. I do want to say that I do declare we do have some listener feedback for medical questions for you.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Well, that worries me then.
People were probably wondering also why I was doing heart surgeries over the
The Christmas break.
when I'm a dentist. So
Well, they're doctors, right? They're right.
I thought you were a doctor of love.
well, that's my night job.
I thought you were a doctor of philosophy. Like Dr. Phil or something.
Dr. Feelgood? I feel like you're Dr. Feelgood.
Oh.
Feel good.
He's the one
He
that
is a
calls
close
Dr.
friend of
Feelgood.
mine.
He's the one that makes you feel all right.
He's no Dr. Detroit.
That's a good thing.
Dr. Detroit was awesome.
No, it wasn't.
The 6-year-old, when I saw it, felt like it was a good movie.
Okay.
I have not seen it since.
He's no Dr. Demento.
There you go. Maybe that's the next top 5 needs to be the best doctors.
Best non-doctor doctors.
Next time you come on, Dr.
Little
Bednar?
Doc Ock or something, you know.
Dr. Strange.
Doctor Strange, not Master Strange.
Who's Master Strange?
Dr. Johnny
Dr.
Fever.
Strange.
Oh, okay.
I did get a chance to see Doctor Strange over the weekend, though.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. Actually, I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to. It is visually amazing.
This is Hobie's breaking ground here. We're going to do a movie review 6 weeks after it comes out. Tell us, Dr. Bednar.
6 weeks? Oh,
Hey, that's about 12
soon
weeks.
for me. I mean, I can't stream that shit fast enough.
I wanted to go see Patriots Day tomorrow night. On Thursday night, my son has basketball until 7, and they only have two showings, 7 and 10:10, and it's 2 hours and 15 minutes. I was like, I got to work Friday. I don't want to get home at 1 in the morning. That's my downside.
That's not a movie that I need to get out there and see right away.
That's the one with the Transformers, right?
No.
You're thinking of Atlantic Rim.
Oh, what? Pacific Rim?
No, did you know there actually is an Atlantic Rim?
I did not, but this sounds like a bad porn.
I'm going. Okay, I got to tell you, it's hilarious. So we all know Pacific Rim,
the movie.
Guillermo del Toro special.
Actually, a lot of people
which
don't
was
know that
just
movie. That's
Basically, Transformers meets U-541. And so I'm
Bon
looking.
Jovi in
I
it?
got on my Amazon Prime, and I never really have looked into all the movies that you get with your Prime account. You get a lot of movies with your Prime account.
it's hit or miss, but you do get a lot.
There's some
Yeah.
okay ones. So I'm sitting there, like looking through what could be available to see, and there's one that says, in the A's, Atlantic Rim. I'm like, well, that's got to be a joke, and I look at the image on it, and sure enough, there's a big ass robot, and there's somebody with a gun, and I'm like, what the fuck, right? So I've got to watch this.
Well, of course.
Oh man, it makes Sharknado look like something Martin Scorsese did. This thing was awful. I mean,
Is that the studio?
you've had
that
like
makes-
B movies, C movies, D movies. This thing doesn't even have a letter on the alphabet that can be sent to it.
Is it the company that makes Transformers?
Transmorphers. and
Very likely.
It probably
Like,
is.
They take a famous movie and just make a terrible, terrible
Yes.
version of it.
And it is brutally bad. And of course, I had to watch a lot of it. So
I saw the other version. I saw Pacific Rim Job this weekend. That was a good movie. Good movie. There's a lot of sex in it. I didn't expect that.
that was a little more than you thought, huh?
Yeah.
Less battling and more.
Oh, there's battling.
Butt fucking.
There wasn't much battling. There was a lot of fisting. I saw that. That was a lot. So I was appreciate that. But anyways, moving on. We do have a beer sponsor until next week.
Was there a cameo? Cameo by Remy LaCroix?
We are going toast here, 2 minutes full. Brewworks.
Municipal Brew Works.
Woo!
The master brewers listening to this is like, all right, we're done.
And the sponsorship has been pulled.
Did he just say butt fucking? We're not involved with that.
So yes, we do appreciate. But if you are in
That's a solid
Cincinnati,
block.
Ohio,
Yep.
they just opened up
It is
about
a
6
good
months
blonde.
ago. So check them out, and we appreciate that they are the official beer sponsor of Hobie now. Let's do up down. One thing we're up on this week. One thing we're down on this week. So Dr. Bednar, I'll start with you. What are you up on this week? Let's do positive.
Wow.
Because we're starting the year on a positive note.
Positive note.
Well,
It's good podcasting right here.
I got nothing. I mean, I'm worried about 2017 being worse than 2016, man.
Okay, so that's your down.
That's my up.
Oh, that's your up. Okay.
The up is it's not 2016, but I'm still worried about it.
My down is that it's 2017.
Jeff, what's your up?
My up is Municipal Brew Works.
Oh, good
Okay.
one.
See, yeah, I'm an asshole for not even that.
Yeah, good job. What's your down? Oh, wait, we always come back around, don't we?
Oh, I could do
yeah,
my
what's your down? What's your down?
My down was, I think, President-elect Trump just gave a speech, and that was my down.
That was a speech?
Supreme Overlord Trump to you.
Oh, okay. Not until the 21st.
Chancellor.
Blake, what's your up?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia started back up.
Oh, there's my. Okay, thank you, Blake.
See, that's what happens when you make Chris go first.
be honest,
See,
Doctor.
Don't put me on the spot like that because I need to be prepared for.
You have people's mouths in your care as with root canals, and you can't even do an up down. I'm a little worried about you if you're a dentist.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't go to me for any work.
Good business proposal.
It's a great business model.
Blake, so was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I have not seen it. It's on DVR for me.
I was crying.
I don't want to give anything away, but yeah, it's your typical It's Always Sunny stuff.
But it wasn't typical. I mean, it's typical.
Yeah, it's
but,
typical.
But it
I know
was,
you think there's like a good moral thing at the end, and it actually turns out they're all just assholes. Like, hey, old black man, wake up, go home, leave. It's time to go.
get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here.
They said it was the highest ratings for Sunny in 3 years, I think.
Really? Like, I'm telling you, it was.
It was pretty funny.
I was, and I watched it about 11:30 at night. I had to prevent myself from waking up the fan. I was laughing so hard. And I like the show. I watch it a lot, and I get good chuckles out of it. But this one, I have no idea what the difference was, other than the fact that it was done in a musical way, and I was just.
Oh, it was a musical one. I heard that.
And they did it in the spirit of The Wiz.
The Wiz. And I had no idea how good of a singer Charlie Day actually is.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. Actually, all of them could sing pretty well, except for Danny DeVito.
His new movie doesn't look good, though. Skull Fight or Teacher Fight or whatever it's called.
He's got his.
Oh, I thought you said Skull Fight.
I don't like what's Skull Fighter.
I'm like
that?
Skull
He
Fight
kicks
or
this
teacher
guy in the knee, but the robot's penis is in the knee, so it's okay. He falls down. Oh,
There you
that's
go.
something else. What are you down on, Blake? You look a little down today, so let's get you pepped up, buddy.
I
It's
know.
been a long week.
So
We
you're
get
asking
that.
what he's down on?
Been a long week.
It's been a long week.
need a
Just-
rant.
Have you just had a lot of stuff
Been a
going on?
long week. We're doing this off on a wrong day. That's probably
I know,
why
because-
my cycle's out. I'm off cycle.
Your daughter's birthdays were last night.
Yeah, so 21st were yesterday.
So you asked if, hey, can we do this another night? We have no issue with that.
That's right.
But then it does fuck everything up because everybody's kind of off a little bit.
I
It's
know.
Wednesday night.
Completely off.
It's Wednesday night.
But we're having Pez.
Yes.
That is true.
So what are you
That's
down on?
Pretty good. What am I down on?
A lot of stuff going on this week. A lot of shit.
You know, a lot of stuff going on. You know, what am I down on?
I don't know. You can't be down on anything.
I'm just low energy.
Okay. It's
I'm
Rex
down
Man.
on, I am down on low energy.
You want a 5-hour
It
energy?
means you're down on energy. You're not down on low energy. That's like a double negative.
You mustn't dwell, though. Not today. What day is it?
It's Rex Manning Day?
Oh, it's Rex Manning Day.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, but we're going with it.
Oh, that was in June.
I'm up on Where the Sidewalk Ends. Yes, the Shel Silverstein book.
Oh, yeah.
That's
could
good.
certainly understand being-
Classic.
I am
That's
a
awesome.
Shel Silverstein fan.
My wife, it was her book, and she started reading it to my son at night when he goes to bed. So 10 pages a night, and I'd put him to bed the last 2 nights, so I started reading to it, and it's the first time I read that book in 25 years, it is some funny poems in that, and I very much appreciate it. And he loves it. Every night he's like, let's read some more. So yeah, it's nice. And he's old enough he can read it, but he just likes us reading it to him, and so it's kind of nice. I like Shelf Silverstein.
So what are you down on?
Grapefruit. Let me tell you, I bought 3 fucking grapefruits for breakfast.
That's your fault.
Yeah. Every year, every time I go to the grocery store, I go, the grapefruit looks really good this time. Okay, I'll throw it in. And then I get to work and I start cutting it. I'm like, this is too much fucking work for this. I'm scraping it out.
And it tastes like grapefruit.
And you got to pour a lot of sugar on it.
Pour some sugar
right.
on me. I didn't bring sugar with me.
So it completely cancels out your health benefits.
Well, I was trying to be healthy, so I didn't bring sugar. So
well, that's your problem.
Stevia, use stevia.
Well, after somebody called me Peter Griffin, I thought, maybe I should lose some weight. Jeez, I don't know what asshole did that.
Who did that?
Blake.
What? I don't recall. I have no recollection of that, Senator.
Fuck you.
Senator, I don't recall.
So I started, okay, Jeff Sessions. Anyway, so I started doing the
call me
grapefruit.
Hillary.
I started digging out the grapefruit, and every fucking time I'm like, I get through like a quarter of it, I'm like, this is too much fucking work. Let me see what this tastes. God, why am I eating this? It doesn't taste good. I don't know. So I got 2 grapefruits if anybody would like them.
Nope.
And I
I'll
can't.
take them. My wife loves them.
Really? You're going to get them?
I'll take them home.
Okay. You give us a mixer, we give you grapefruit.
Well, we have to. Right now, we don't have a kitchen, so we're either takeout or fresh fruit.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
much all we can eat right now for the next month, I think. So
You
Well,
renovating?
that's like one extreme to the other.
yeah,
Take out fresh fruit.
yeah.
I mean,
well, you got to have something that's at least remotely fresh, or else you're just gonna.
So you became Kramer.
so you get the apples from McDonald's. Is that what you're saying? Apple slices?
Oh, I'm sure those are just as tasty.
Yeah,
Injected with preservatives and fat.
we inject a little of this grease
Exactly.
into these apples so that you keep
Inject some
coming
of this
back.
hamburger grease in there. Keep everybody addicted.
So speaking of hamburger, McDonald's, we went there like 3 weeks ago. It was over Christmas, and we were just doing busy stuff. It was like the 23rd or whatever. And so my son's like, can we go to McDonald's for lunch? And the whole family was off, so we decided to go. We brought it home. We just did the drive-thru. My God. I think I have to try McDonald's once a year just to realize why I don't try it.
Remember why?
It is awful.
What did you order?
Double quarter pounder, what I always do.
Oh, God.
That's what you keep. Don't order what you always
Or
order.
chicken nuggets. I like the chicken
nothing
nuggets.
like all that
Get
salty beef.
Yeah, and I got through it. I'm like, this is not good.
No, it's horrible.
The breakfast is the only thing that's good at McDonald's.
That's right.
We've
Egg
talked
with
about this
muffins,
before.
That's it.
Their
Egg with
grilled
muffins.
chicken sandwich isn't bad.
Chicken nuggets.
That's shit.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know that? Oh.
Is that what they actually used to make it?
This is a good time to show us that our food provided by McDonald's this week. They're a new sponsor. It's actually by
No, McDowell's.
McArnold's.
It's McDougal's.
McDougal. McDowell's.
Speaking
You
of
got the double arches. I got the single arch.
coming to America, kids under 30. Speaking of Sunny in Philadelphia, I did start watching The Mick on Fox.
And
It's Caitlin Olsen's spinoff.
Pretty damn funny.
But separate.
Really?
You know the
I liked it a lot. My wife really liked
TV
it. It's
commercials
dark.
look really funny.
It's dark.
oh, I
really
really say, is
wanna
it
watch
better
it,
than the
but I haven't
commercials?
time.
Because they look pretty bad.
It's funny.
Well, I like her, so I mean that helps if you already know.
She's
like,
not a good person in it.
Right, no,
I feel
that's-
like she's
Right.
D, and she's just put into this
right. Yeah,
situation.
you're putting D.
She's
into,
an
with kids.
empowered D.
Yeah.
The one scene is she's comes home after getting high on drugs like ecstasy, and she got the maid to get high on drugs, and they went to a rave and all that, and they wake up in front of her house, and they realize that one of the bookies that she owes a lot of money to, loan sharks and that, is there and is inside her house. So she calls her boyfriend, her on again, off again, basically fuck toy,
Right.
and he comes running over, and she's hiding in the car. She's like, just come on in, and she's like, I just want to make sure it's the bookie or not. He goes running in, he gets thrown out the window, gets beaten up, and so she's the one that's okay, time to go. Get out of here. So, but it is a
That sound like D.
it is a funny show. It is
right.
D basically to the extreme.
right.
So I recommend it. We've seen 3 episodes I think they've had, and I've liked it.
Okay.
So, anything else anybody want to talk about?
They still haven't found the treasure on Oak Island.
Okay, that was on. last night when I was flipping through the channels.
Don't tell me I haven't watched that episode.
Don't
yet.
worry, I haven't watched it either. I'm like, fucking Oak Island. Every fucking time I see it, I think of Blake.
I know, because I've been invested 5 years of my life into that goddamn show.
They're not going to find the treasure.
I'm still holding out hope.
They're gonna find like a single
Coin.
Palmer gold coin, chocolate coin. Finally, pick it up, and be like, it's not even fucking Hershey's. It's Palmer chocolate.
It's Jewish gelt.
They find tire money.
Canadian tire money.
Actually, you know what? It's not even good Cadbury's chocolate. It's that fucking shit that they put in the edible toys that you're not allowed to eat.
Where's the Canadian nickel that you got for?
It's someone ate it.
Oh, someone ate it. Oh, I
don't know who ate it,
Get
but
it out there to
somebody ate
Oak
it.
Island
Somebody
and bury
ate it?
I hope it wasn't my dog. I came down here. Went into the studio about a
That
week later and
imaginary
it was
dog,
gone.
The imaginary dogs you have.
That's right, Fido.
You rented the neighbor's dog when I came over the weekend for the holiday podcasting. I know that's not your real dog
I rented.
because he wouldn't come to you when you called him.
Let's see. What else? Anybody watch the Golden Globes?
Off and on.
Fuck the Golden
Meh.
Globes.
They were awful this year.
Nah.
I think nobody.
Why does anybody want to watch Hollywood giving themselves prizes and awards? And,
Hollywood isn't giving it.
and
The
their
Hollywood
stupid,
Foreign Press is giving
stupid,
it.
snarky, I love me, and this is what I'm going to say, and everybody just like, ooh.
On a side note, the Floppy Awards are 2 episodes ago. If you would like to download those.
Yeah, we
Our
don't
award
try to
show-
boost people's confidence and give out awards just because.
Yeah, so say, I love me, I love myself, and now I'm going to make a grandiose statement. Ooh, to show you how stupid I am.
Speaking of that, Monstrous, the comic book from Source Point
Press?
Yes, has won a floppy. I've given them a posthumous floppy after the award ceremony.
I don't know. Do you have the power to do that?
I did.
Did you say post-humorous?
Yes.
Not posthumous. Posthumous.
Posthumous.
Post-humorous.
Do you want me to talk about Pacific Rim Job again? Okay, moving on. So, Monstrous wins it. Congratulations, guys. You got a floppy. Best comic book Jason has read this year. I've read 5. So, 5 different titles. So, you win.
20% chance.
Yeah, that's right. I couldn't tell you what the other ones I did read.
Actually, he rolled a 6-sided die, and Monstrous was 1 and 2. The others only had 1 digit.
I don't get that.
Exactly.
It's better than a gun going off every 2 seconds. We got shirts, ladies and gentlemen.
What type of shirts?
We have Hobie shirts. History of Bad Ideas. So bear with me, guys.
This
It's a
is
good cause.
story, and everyone will like it.
It is a good story. Unlike Sunny in Philadelphia, we're not always assholes. We do have some kindness to us.
Sorry.
Well, we've already said that Blake is probably the nicest guy outside of the studio, and the most caring. So we're going to try to join him on this one. Here we go. Basically, Stuff That Matters podcast is doing a charity auction or charity fundraiser this year, and they
Their
are
big mistake was
inviting us to do it. But I'll get to that in a second. Basically, Stuff That Matters is they are going to send us 45 t-shirts of History of Bad Ideas. Has our logo on the front. On the back has our Twitter handle along with Stuff That Matters Twitter handles. And the podcast actually nominated us for this, Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks. It's going to be like a tour bus on the back. Tour of everybody that participates, their Twitter handle goes on it.
Can they do like a disclaimer on the front where it says History of Bad Ideas and our logo, and at the bottom in small print says not a history podcast?
He just ordered them today, so I should have done that. Anyways.
All right, we're going to give you a Sharpie. Right on every
Sharpie each
t-shirt.
one.
Here's the good part, though. What they're doing is they're trying to raise $10,000 this year for charity, and they're doing it's a pay it forward 2017, and there's no catch to it. Basically, we will get these shirts probably in 2 to 3 weeks in the studios. We're keeping 5 of them as part of the deal, and then we have 40 shirts to sell.
Because Jeff he's so big he has to wear 2.
Yeah.
Yes. He calls it a moo-moo. Anyways.
Our guests will have to wear it, and we're not going to wash it every week. So by the end of the year, we want to see what it looks like.
So I want to thank you guys. This will be my last on Hobie. I appreciate it.
Anyway, so what will happen is we'll get 40 shirts to sell. They will be $12. we will get you the information on how to do it. We will do a PayPal. We can do it by PayPal and that. We keep $2 for shipping. Unless you're local, then, we can try and work something out there.
Jason will hand deliver it.
Hand deliver, hello. The other $10 goes into a fund for a charity that we get to pick. Hobie gets to pick. So I just wanted to send that out there. So we
Feed Blake on Friday nights.
it's a real charity, and not the girl from the strip club.
Sorry.
No.
Feed charity.
Her name's Trinity. Anyways, what we'll do is we will raise $400 by selling them all. And then we actually get to pick next week who we want to get the next care package to do it, next podcast. So the pressure's on us to find someone.
To find someone who will carry on the tradition
Yes.
that has been started.
And the goal is 25 podcasts will do this, and we'll raise $10,000 for different charities, everybody's choice.
I have the perfect nominee already.
And who is that?
Culture Babble.
Oh, I don't think they're around.
We'll make her do a podcast so she has to do the T-shirts.
You hear that, Bobby H?
I know she's been,
Itching?
well.
Too much to say there.
And
Stop your patriarchal, diminution of her feminine hygiene.
Down the hall.
No.
What is that?
The perfect excuse to get her off her tush in order to go ahead and do a podcast since Hillary lost. She gives her reason to live. There you go.
You can send your complaints to Blake at Graphic Novice. And basically what we're doing, we're going to a charity. We haven't picked the one yet, but we're looking at, in honor of Blake and that, since he's in the military, we're going to a veterans
Some sort of veterans charity.
So
we're in the middle of...
deciding which one.
Yeah, investigating to make sure we're picking the proper charity,
Yes.
but...
So we're not complete assholes, but we do want to thank Stuff That Matters, Casey, and we want to thank Neil and Annalise, if Annalise still exists. I haven't heard from her in ages. So I
just
appreciate.
listened to her podcast earlier.
Anyways,
today.
I think it was all
Pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded. Anyways, but I do want to thank them for nominating us, and it's a great cause. So we will have those shirts in, hopefully in 2 to 3 weeks. So that will be listen to that, and
When we get them in, we will let you know how to get a hold of us, and hopefully you.
And all proceeds will go to charity except for the shipping cost. That's it, the $2 shipping cost. So we appreciate that. Okay, anyone want to talk Rogue One?
Sure.
yeah. Huh?
The
Did
end.
you see it finally, Blake?
Yes, I did.
All right.
I voted for it to be the best movie of 2016 without having seen it.
And now do you regret your vote?
No.
All right.
All right, there you go. And
I'll
actually,
see.
you've already probably saw some.
I've seen it twice.
Well, I'm saying you probably had some spoilers before you even went in. You kind of knew the idea of the movie, but you were still happy with it.
I successfully predicted that they would get the plans to the Death Star out and into the Rebel Alliance's hands.
Some spoilers here.
Well,
Did you see the news that George Lucas is directing the sequel?
And I knew that they were all going to die.
I'll be honest. So I was able to
me happy.
predict certain movies before they actually came out.
Mm-hmm.
I predicted how the Titanic was going to end,
They survived.
and no, they didn't.
You couldn't have predicted that bitch wouldn't let him up on the fucking door.
It wasn't a door, and the weight balance was so. People just did you watch the movie because he tried to get on and couldn't because the weight was thrown off.
Nope, he could have been on.
Actually, the best thing about that movie?
And I hate
It
that
ended.
movie. It's a piece of shit
No.
movie.
Are all the memes that came out of that. Like the one I just saw this last week when she's looking at his sketchbook and he's sitting next to her, and the meme is, back in the old days, you had to sketch dick pics.
That's even before the porn in the woods. Rogue One had a lot of reshoots. We talked about it, I think, last time about Ben Mendelsohn saying there's about 20 takes of each scene. Oh
my God.
There's about 20 scenes, and they had about 5 takes each. Sorry, that's what it was.
Probably more than that.
Yeah, and basically there was a lot of things shot. And was it Garth Ennis that directed this one?
I don't remember who the name.
I think it was.
Gareth Edwards?
Yeah, that's right. Garth.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
Garth Ennis is the
a
comic
book writer. Yeah.
Edwards said that a lot of the stuff you saw in the trailers, they just shot for fun. They just kind of wanted to see how it looked. So when they were doing their cameras and that. So,
That's why you didn't see any of the stuff that was in the trailers in the actual movie.
The best part that wasn't in it, the TIE fighter at the end of the
Right.
the wall of the walkway. up in the air that Urso couldn't get to the planes.
Right.
And that was the idea. Supposedly, when that TIE fighter was up there, an X-Wing came down and shot it, and that's how she got to the planes.
Ah.
The original idea was that they were both going to live, her and Diego. The guy, Diego is the actor.
Cassian?
Cassio. We're going Cassio.
Cassia.
I think it's
Caspian?
Cassian with an N.
Prince Caspian. That's
Prince
what
Caspian.
Yeah,
That's
Prince
who it was.
Caspian.
I knew I saw him somewhere.
I knew that.
They were supposed to live, and supposedly he might be making a guest appearance in the new Han Solo movie. So, just a little...
Great.
I'm glad they didn't live. I mean, it's better storytelling. If they found a way to let them live, it would have been just cheap storytelling.
Agreed.
In my opinion.
But
Agreed,
she's
they all had
raised,
to die.
She's raised mom. She's raised mom. That's what everybody said online.
They did.
Oh, I guess that didn't
When
work.
did she give birth?
Well,
I
that's what
missed that part.
they said that was before Rogue One came out, that she was raised mom.
Yeah, this is the rumor that could.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's raised mom
That didn't live.
30 years before Ray was born.
But anyways, they said the
Time travel. You didn't see the time travel episode, did you?
Did Kitty
No.
Pryde and Wolverine do it? I was kind of confused. The idea was
So
also
Doctor Who popped up.
with the electronic screwdriver.
In a big scarf.
That's right. And he was naked from waist down in the crown.
Well, actually, he was in a trench coat, but he was naked underneath the trench coat.
The idea also, there was
He
rumors
was
out there
doctoring his TARDIS.
Wow.
that, and there's our title. Shaking the table. Shaking the table.
I'm sorry.
March in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Anyways,
Let's talk about why we liked Rogue One. Why did you like Rogue One?
I love the ending. I thought it was a lot darker, and I thought the set pieces looked identical to the 1970s film.
Yes.
And Darth Vader kicks some ass.
Yes.
That was a cool scene.
They added that. It wasn't even in the original version.
Oh, they needed that.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Even though his gate was completely off.
Yeah.
We've talked about that.
He was more pissed off at that moment than he was later.
He's younger.
He's younger by minutes.
Kick some ass at the end. That's true. I'll give him that.
All right. So go ahead. You said you had a whole take there, Dr. Bednar. Give us your PhD take on Rogue One.
So we got to see it on opening night because my company Nexogen, shameless plug, we
Yes.
rented out an entire theater
And
and
you-
got to watch the movie. Now here we are.
And you got Danish ears for your wife to wear to the premiere.
That's for afterwards.
no.
And he wore the Danish
You
ears.
know about that?
You know the best thing.
Was
one
I
of the-
Facebook living again?
No, one of the best things. Carrie Fisher did an interview on a TV show with Jane Erso, and she was talking about, her role as Princess Leia and her fame, and she was talking about, yes, I met this guy who told me, yes, when I was a 14-year-old boy, I thought about you daily. Actually, about 4 times a day. And everybody started laughing because she knew what he was alluding to. And he looks at Jane and she goes, that's what you have to look forward to.
So anyway, we're all in there watching
All right,
it, and
go
of
ahead,
course,
sorry.
ultimately the goal of the entire story is that they got to steal the plans from the big server over on, over in the planet, and then apparently, even though you can block massive fighting, aircraft from getting into the planet,
Yes.
That was like
everything
straight out
is
of-
still on a fucking hard drive.
That was still like out of Spaceballs, like the door,
They can't get in the door. You've got the ability to block like everything in the universe from coming into one planet, but yet when you finally get down there and you go to steal the plans, you're climbing up on a server and running around with a hard drive in your hand.
That was the backup. The CD-ROM wasn't working, so it was okay.
And then, of course, you just take it and plug it into what looks like an 8-track player.
Yes.
And that immediately is able to beam it through. There was a lot of laughter at that, considering it was, an entire
Well, not all of us
IT
have
company.
PhD, so we weren't laughing at
wait a
that.
minute.
We were wondering
so
why they
don't
couldn't
go-
just back everything up to the
That's
Cloud
right.
City.
So what we've learned, boys and girls,
Get
don't
out.
go watching
Sorry.
Rogue One with IT assholes.
Or dentist. Fuck them.
Only half of us are assholes.
The other half of them are whole asses.
Speaking of Pacific Rim job,
But
No.
when we were discussing, he talked about Darth Vader and that scene and how cool that was. I was discussing this with a friend of mine he's like, after seeing that scene, I want to see them show the Bothans from the who stole the plans
Return of the Jedi.
for the second Death Star.
Yeah.
It's like they need to, and we need to, and he's going off, and he's like, and I mean, we just need to see
Vader going nuts.
And just like killing all the Bothans. I said, you mean like a Bothan massacre?
Seriously, fuckers, get the fuck out. Blake and I will do the rest of this.
Just go backing
Blake and
up
I
to
will
Cloud
finish this.
City and
Hey, I felt I had to tell mine after you told yours.
So Blake, how are you?
Hey, you know what I liked about Rogue One? What I think what really helped Rogue One is the fact that it had a definite beginning and a definite ending, and the guys
And it had a definite middle,
or
too.
the guys and ladies who did the writing on this, they knew exactly where to pick up in between, the episode 3 and episode 4, and I think they did a very good job in looking at it in storytelling, how they can weave that in between period straight into episode 4, A New Hope, because now you can never watch episode 4, A New Hope. It'll be forever changed in the way you start beginning to watch that movie because of what they did and how they, I think, expertly tied it straight into Princess Leia's ship and how they got the plans to the Death Star on there. And I think it was just an awesome piece of writing and forethought, and kudos to whoever came up with that idea.
I like that you said, there is no sequel coming. It's great.
Yeah, it is.
They already filmed the sequel.
Well,
Stop
the
it.
sequels are 4, 5,
Now-
and 6, but yeah.
Now, if you're going to do a marathon, which order do you watch them all in?
The order they were released. I'll
Rogue
always...
1, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You think?
Well, hold on. You could do the last hour.
What about
of
1, 2,
episode
and 3?
Did they
Well, no,
write
you
those?
do.
Not yet.
Well, they included Darth Vader's lava tower of solace.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. There was a
Lava
tie
tower.
back.
They
Yeah.
said, was it the master way of doing it, or forget what it's called? But you watch originally before Rogue One came out, 4, 5.
The machete version.
The machete 4, 5, and then you watch 2 and 3 because you do them as flashbacks, and then you watch 6 and then 7. Now you could watch, I guess maybe Rogue One.
0.5 to 4.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough call. Now I'm trying to figure out how you do it.
I have no problem if you're starting off, haven't watched them, still start with A New Hope. Always start with A New Hope, and then go back and
Do you
watch
think
this.
it would last? Do you think it would make sense if you did 1 through 7 just regular, and you threw Rogue One in there like between 3 and 4?
It would make sense, but I wouldn't start it out
You
as
can
the
just
first way.
get rid of
seeing
1
it.
and 2. Just
I agree.
watch the last hour of 3.
Yeah, honestly, get rid of 3 too.
No, I agree with the last
Dude,
hour
almost, you actually could do all of 3. 3 was bad, but it was not.
compared to the other 2
Compared to
prequels.
the other 2,
Yeah.
3 was the best of those 3.
Now, if you let
I
me
think
sit
could
down
watch that
and
whole
edit
movie.
episode 1, I can give you a good 40-minute story in there.
But you liked 2 with the fight scene in the Coliseum.
No, I
right?
hated 2. in
No,
the
I
fight
thought you
scene.
liked that.
No.
That was your favorite scene.
No, that was probably my least favorite scene.
No, I think that was your favorite. So Jeff likes 2, and then we go to 3, and then do Rogue One, and
I
then
like
4, 5,
taking
6.
a number
But
2.
there's only one problem with Rogue One. It takes away all the fucking Death Star jokes.
Yeah, it does.
It completely makes sense now that was the way to destroy the Death Stars, through that little backdoor vent thing, because the guy did it that way on purpose and hid it in the engineering plans.
I still feel bad for the contractors. Still feel bad.
That was the second Death Star.
I know.
Wait a minute, yeah, the
Contractors should've
second
been
Death Star
gone.
was still under construction.
I just am impressed by how many people they get to be stormtroopers after they keep blowing up. Like in Force Awakens, they blow up a whole fucking planet of these guys.
Somewhere there's a place where dead stormtroopers and Gotham policemen are hanging out,
Exactly.
having fucking cocktails, going like, "This is life."
Let's get to the Twitter poll of the week.
Poll of the week. Poll of the week.
We got
Twitter
2 this
poll of
week.
the week.
Since we've gone. This is a big one here, guys. This is what we're going to do next week. So, Passerby's podcast will be on next week, Matthew. So,
Yeah, we must ban Matthew
I say we ban him. After next week. After next week. What sitcom should Hobie draft next week? So, We had options of Perfect Strangers, Head of the Class, Webster, and Family Matters.
I voted head of the class.
You can also thank my wife. She came up with these. So I came up with Perfect Strangers. She got the other ones. So let's see.
So who won?
Well, let's go. You can also vote at Bad Ideas Podcast.
Ridiculous.
Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter. 0% of the vote got to Webster. Sorry, Webster.
Nobody wanted to draft Webster.
Third place was Head of the Class with 22%.
I voted that.
And winning with a 52% to 26%, Perfect Strangers over Family Matters. So next week, we are drafting Cousin Larry Appleton. We're drafting Balky, Bartokimus.
And is there anybody else left to draft?
They're girlfriends.
Coos and Larry.
They had steady girlfriends?
Yeah.
Yeah. The two girls.
Well, I guess you're going to do some research
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
for once.
So one was a sheep.
Oh, they did have a stuffed sheep.
Yeah, you got to draft the stuffed sheep.
We can do
too.
a stuffed sheep in there, too. So Matthew from Passerbys will be joining us. He's going to be drafting Perfect Strangers with us. So thank you, everybody who voted. Second one. I was looking at my DVR, and this came up. What television show would you cancel this season? After this season? Let's see. The options were Arrow, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Fear the Walking Dead, and Gotham.
I'm surprised by the result.
I am a little bit, too. Last place with 11%, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
That makes sense. Agent Shield is the better one of most of those.
Third place, sorry.
Of those.
22% was Arrow. I thought that would be a little bit higher. And then winning 37% to 30%.
Is it really winning?
Well, the one that you think that should be canceled, much to Dev's dismay, Fear the Walking Dead beat Gotham. Everybody thinks Fear the Walking Dead should be canceled. 37%. Thoughts? I have no issue if it got canceled. But I actually feel...
I wouldn't lose any sleep over it getting canceled. but-
Nobody wants a moralistic story about the border in Mexico. And
that's what it's going to be
America.
next season.
That's all it's going to be.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They don't kill enough people.
Yeah, it almost seems like it's even more dramatic than Walking Dead.
It feels like I'm watching a soap opera sometimes.
It's pretty. It's not great, but at least I keep waiting for that whole tie-in. When is it?
Eventually,
They've always said that they're like, oh, we're going to tie it in. Don't create a show that you're expecting to tie it into the other show 5 years later because you may not make it.
It
past
is
the
tied
end.
in. They both have zombies.
Yeah, I don't even. When was the last time you saw a zombie in Fear the Walking Dead?
Well, it doesn't matter because, look, we have 1,000 zombies at the gate in Fear the Walking Dead. I know, but I really didn't like what you said to me last night. Let's talk about that instead. We seriously got 1,000 zombies at the gate.
No,
Yeah.
did you see the horrible redneck Americans with guns keeping the Mexicans south of the border?
Oh, my God. Again, seriously, the zombies are busting through the gate now. I know, but... when you
Let them damn zombies in, but we'll keep them damn Mexicans.
But you were really mean to me last night.
Them zombies can't vote.
Yeah, they can in this country.
Down the hall, soapbox,
You know that.
Canadian Broadcast Network.
There's got to be 20,000 zombies in Florida. Well, actually, there's probably a lot more.
Yeah, but they're all named Chad.
No, actually, dead people do vote. They're all Democrats.
Stop it. Down the hall, soapbox, down the hall, Canadian Broadcast Network. So next week, at the end of the
Yeah,
season,
Fear the Walking Dead ends with the Americans at the Canadian border the next season.
it actually ends. It ends with Trump being president.
It's,
Isn't that how the world ends?
And that's with zombie Trump.
we're living it as we speak.
Is he tougher than Zombie Bill Murray? I'm kind of debating on that one.
Somehow it circles around his hair.
So we were talking at work today, and one of the millennials, he's 24, and he said that he really liked what's the Tom Cruise movie about the military?
Reacher?
You need me on that line.
Oh,
Few Good Men.
Yeah.
Good man.
And I said it was good, but it's a little overrated. I said
I really
overacting.
Did you tell him to watch Top Gun?
and
Pay
I
attention
said
to the
he's
shirtless
like,
volleyball scene.
oh, I love it. It's so creamy.
Playing with the boys.
Oh yeah.
What does that song mean?
Your
you
testicle
tell us. You're the one in the military.
Yeah. Navy boy.
means testicles. Anyways, he said that was his favorite military movie. I said, oh, and he's like, it was so good. That's my favorite one. I was like, yeah, it wasn't very realistic though. For realism, I think I would go with Stripes. And he's like, I don't think I've ever heard of that. And I looked at him and I go, you're dead to me. And he goes, who's in it? I was like, Bill Murray. He's like, oh, I'm out. I can't stand Bill Murray. And I'm like, okay, I'm going back to my desk. Have a good day. Going back to my office. Have a good day. You're an asshole.
Never liked Stripes.
I love Stripes.
Stripes had its moments. It was a long movie, but it did have its funny moments.
Ever been convicted? No, never convicted.
No, never.
That can't be in the recreational vehicle. That's a...
Yeah,
makes me
well, we
laugh.
could bring that back now with the Russians moving into Europe.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
We don't want us hacked. Okay, so let's get to some listener feedback 45 minutes into it.
All right, do we have music for that yet?
No music for that yet. I'm still
Okay.
waiting for Bednar to make some music for that.
Carl!
Sorry.
That's all I got.
Okay.
For listener feedback? Wow. We need to go back to the drawing board.
Go ahead, Blake.
feedback.
Do it in your radio voice.
Yeah, listener feedback from Doug.
All right.
Number one fan, Doug?
Can't give yourself a nickname.
Yeah. So Doug says USA Today named Arrival Movie of the Year. What are your thoughts?
What? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, exactly. That's my thought.
I don't have a thought because I didn't see Arrival.
I'm going by the rule of, believe half of what you read and none of what you hear. So there's no way that USA Today said Arrival was...
Well, it almost ties
Movie
into
of
what
the
Nikki
year.
says later in
We'll get to that.
And listen, I was about to say customer feedback. Hey, wait a minute, they ain't paid for shit. Fuck them. They're listeners.
I'm going to say that I'm going to take the Neil approach. I didn't want to see it. It was awesome. It was great.
There you go. It's still a fucking love story matched by aliens. And now the fact that she can think in circles, it makes her see the future. That's
Sure.
it.
I'm
There
going to
you
watch
go.
the movie and probably think it's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
I'll be with
Be
you, Jeff.
mad at
There
him
you
when I
go.
actually see it.
Oh, we could go on a date night.
There you go.
Yeah.
Second part from Doug.
I skip.
Is Dr. Bednar jealous I had the best original Hobie song of 2016?
Dr. Bednar, are you upset with
All
that?
right.
He
Oh.
didn't actually win a floppy, though.
No.
We didn't give a floppy for that, actually.
No.
We are now.
I knew you weren't giving floppies last year, so I didn't bother making any.
We would have given a floppy if it was a worthwhile song. I mean, the best song was the only song, I think. Wasn't that the only new song of...
I think it was
last
the
year?
only new song. I'll be honest.
The Big Dev the Psy Guy theme.
It was.
So my only response to number one fan is this. That's the sound of the world's smallest violin playing just for you, buddy.
Actually, you know what? We'll
I
start,
thought you were doing Johnny Manziel and Show Me the Money.
Show me the money!
Actually, you know what? We should cut that bit out and play it every time before we start Doug's listener feedback.
The world's smallest violin.
Yes.
Okay, then.
It'll
Moving
just
on.
be a pregnant pause.
That phone. All right.
This is podcasting at its tops.
I'm Pam Morris. I've been watching. Oh.
All right, next one is from Pam Morris. She
Oh,
says,
Pam.
I've been watching new/other stuff over the holiday, including Shut Eye, The Outsiders, The OA, and Second Chance. For a minute, I thought they said Sex and a Chance. Did you
Not even
guys
close.
Did you guys watch anything new?
Nope.
I watched...
And
Go
correct me
ahead,
if I'm wrong, but isn't The Outsiders from like 1983?
No, this is different.
Oh.
It's a news shirt. Yeah,
It's
I did
not-
watch the OA. Did
it's-
you guys see the OA?
It's not.
No,
I heard
don't
great
tell me
things
anything
about
about
it.
it because I want to see it and I want to know nothing about it.
Okay, so let me at least come back on afterwards when
All
we're
right.
done so we can discuss it because I do want to discuss it. It has a very intriguing ending that you're either going to love or you're going to...
That's what I keep hearing.
What is the OA?
I can't
You
even
got-
tell you what it stands for or else it'll give
We'll just
away
put it this
some of
way.
those shows.
Occupational asshole.
Yes, exactly.
Ozark Asylum. I don't know. I just watched Insecure, 2 episodes of that from HBO. I saw her on Charlie Rose, the main star of it. It's a kind of a comedy of her. She's 30. She's about ready to break up with her boyfriend, and it's supposed to be a pretty smart comedy like that.
Right.
My wife and I got through 2 episodes and didn't like it.
No, yeah.
I did watch Silicon Valley. Got through 4 episodes of that. Love it.
It's awesome.
It's a slow build. I thought it was
the next few episodes.
I thought it was going to be like straight out
Addictive.
comedy, but it's good. Like
No.
it's good. I like it.
Launched what's his face's career. Really.
TJ Miller.
TJ Miller.
Yeah, I can't do everything right.
Really?
I'm not a big TJ Miller
I've
fan.
watched.
But he's
he's funny.
fantastic in that
He is
show.
good.
I get that seriously.
I do like the friend that got bought out by the bigger company, and he's just doing nothing because he knows no shit. He doesn't know anything about it. I don't know anything.
I don't know. It gave me a couple.
We're under contract for 3 more years. Damn it.
I watched Silicon Valley. I couldn't get past a couple scenes because I like all naturals.
What are you talking about?
He's talking about Brad Pitt.
Okay, you're gone now. It's just
You're out.
you're out. Bednart, you're back in.
Thanks, man.
Let's keep going.
I keep trying to get through Jessica Jones, but they keep adding scenes by 10s at a time.
It's because you're watching it on YouPorn. Don't watch it on YouPorn.
Damn it. All right, from Green Up. It says Hobie.
Green Up.
Why are the floppies called floppies? Either way, we won Idahoan of the Year.
They did win Idahoan of the
They
year.
did win.
Basically, it's called that because we're talking about Idris Elba's massive floppy. We've never seen it erect, unfortunately. But
I don't know about you, but I have not seen it in any.
I saw it in his pants leg. He said it was a mic cord. I
Yeah.
don't buy it. I don't care. I'm still going with it. So that's why we call it in honor of the great stallion of a man named Idris Elba. Women say that we don't, we oogle women on this show, but we don't oogle men. Oh, we do. We do. Let's go back to episode 2. Chris Pratt's abs. Until Noble sent
John Noble?
Yeah, John Noble sent the lawsuit after us. Then we went to Chris Pratt. Sorry. Fuck you, John Noble. I can't stay mad at you.
You know, I was
And then
listening.
he had the floppy wiener song too. Wiener,
I was
floppy
listening-
wiener, floppy wiener.
I was listening to another podcast.
What?
There are other
And
podcasts.
They were speaking about something, and the guy who was a television reviewer, professional television reviewer, says, popped in his mind. He's like, yes, it's like winning a Hobie. And he says, I don't know why that popped into my mind, but it just did. What's a Hobie? And
Are you fucking with us?
No, I'm not fucking with you. The other podcast is like, Hobie. Oh yeah, Hobies were like catamarans, like back in the 70s, and they were like a big thing. It was like a Hobie catamaran.
I think he meant our show, though.
I thought he meant floppies.
Maybe he did.
Meant
Yeah.
floppies.
Maybe he does
I think he
listen.
meant floppies.
Whoever that podcaster is, you're welcome.
Floppy
There you go.
wiener.
But anyways, all right. So from Nikki.
Oh, Nikki.
Oh wait a minute. Did we answer the question?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Unless you had more to add.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. From
There is nothing more to
Nikki,
add to
tell
Idris.
Blake the Arrival was amazing, and he's the only person I've heard of who didn't like it.
I didn't see it, but I loved it.
I agree with Jason.
Yeah.
I don't have that on my list.
Oh, yeah.
There
'cause
you
that
go.
was the phone. Moving on.
I don't know what to do. I've repeated why I hate it forever. Nikki. Okay.
Oh, Nikki.
Darling Nikki. She's married now, isn't she?
Yeah,
She is. Yes.
Has it lasted a year?
It was only like 3 months ago she got married.
Oh, congratulations on your 1-year anniversary. 9 months from now. Hey, you know why I said that? Because
Why?
I was thinking in a circle, and therefore I was actually time traveling.
We didn't see Arrival.
Yes, that's good, because the joke would be fucking funny as hell if you did see it. All right, anyways.
Why do I doubt that?
I love that movie.
Our memberries, is this a typo?
No,
Yes.
it's
Berries.
from South Park.
Member
memberries.
berries. It's not memberries. It's member berries.
Member-
Nikki. Let's get it right.
Yeah,
Memories.
member.
Memberries.
Yeah, there's 2 birds in the word. Member berries.
I just copied it from Twitter.
Memberberries.
Anyways, go on.
But we knew what she meant.
Memberberries.
Remember when
Okay.
Skywalker?
That was great. I remember that.
Moving on, what's the question? So reasons are several had.
That's
oh,
what I'm doing, like the alien from Arrival.
we never saw it.
Exactly.
I loved it.
Responsible are memberberries responsible for overhyping of Stranger Things. I mean, it was a great show, but far superior ones aren't getting attention from the Kiwi lover who liked The Arrival.
I think she's got a point there.
I agree.
I mean, the reason I love Stranger Things
Yeah.
has a lot to do with that nostalgia
Yeah,
vibe.
pure nostalgia.
Oh, remember when you used to ride your bike?
I remember that. I remember my
we played
Nerf
D&D?
football outside.
Oh, yeah, that was
remember
great.
that.
Remember that?
Remember when we used to go to the Upside Down World? I remember that.
I don't remember that.
Remember when the alien came in? Remember?
Remember when we were virgins and we just played Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, that was last week.
Actually, there is a lot of nostalgia that made Stranger Things very
Yes,
popular.
absolutely. And that's why
I
it's
still
good. There's
think it
nothing
was
wrong
pretty
with
cool.
that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're able to have a successful
right.
TV show or show of any sort because it's nostalgic, why do you think Rogue One is so popular? I mean, why do you think, Star Wars coming out at all is popular again to a large crowd?
That's what South Park was making fun of with the memory.
Yeah,
berries,
exactly.
Was how pretty much
all
Force
about-
Awakens was just a rehash,
Yep.
but everyone loved it because they remembered the good times.
They remembered what it was like to love that movie and have it be a part of your life.
That's why everybody loved The Force Awakens, because it was Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back all in one.
Didn't I just say that?
Kind of, maybe.
Okay.
Playing the role of Jason this week is Jeff. I love it. Let's keep going.
Reasons are several at Reasons Are.
G'day, mates.
Says, wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Why?
Yeah, that's my, what's his name?
Christopher Walken.
Yeah, that's my Christopher
Whoa.
Walken is done by.
You know what? Don't
as done by who?
Marty?
Ditman.
Me?
No.
Oh.
Who did our...
Marty?
Marty.
Marty.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
My first nomination as a floppy. For floppy. Thanks, Angel Freak. Although I didn't win, it was an honor to be nominated.
He was in the glistening.
Yes. Glistening Dudes of the Year. And he should have won, but it's okay. It's okay. You can listen to our floppy a couple episodes ago. 3 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Two episodes ago?
No. Anyways.
Yeah.
2 episodes ago. Yeah, that's right. Okay, moving on.
Oh, it's coming up next in our
Oh,
listener feedback.
yeah. Oh, green sleeves. I love this. I love making love with green sleeves in the background.
It's from Nick. Yeah. All right.
Give it to us, Nick.
He says, what
Oh,
did
yeah.
Jeff
Oh,
get
oh,
for
oh.
Christmas?
I love Come Christmas. Comeness.
Hashtag Jeff's number 2.54 fan.
Oh, it's at least 6.54, baby.
I don't even know what that means.
Penis size. Anyways, moving on.
Oh!
You just ruined it. No offense, I kind of feel like I want to go to sleep on that baby lullaby. I don't know if that's really porn music over there.
Yeah.
No, this is Christmas porn.
Oh, yeah. This angel's coming, baby.
Wow.
Wow.
Moving on.
All right, next one from
What did
Randall
Jeff
Holt.
get for
That's what Jeff just got for Christmas. Right there.
What'd you get for Christmas, Jeff?
Cash.
Okay. Well, that was a waste of
Okay.
10 seconds. Moving on.
All right, so Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666.
He's not evil.
Just handled that way.
That's right. He says biggest disappointments of 2016, and he gives us a list we have to choose from: Bengals, Browns, Buckeyes, Batman v Superman.
Ooh. Well, you have to be excited for it to be a disappointment that it came up short.
So
I was not
none
excited
of the
about.
above?
I was not excited about Batman v Superman.
No, me neither.
I did not expect the Bengals to do well this year.
I thought people were expecting them to make the playoffs again.
They were,
They-
and I was not.
actually, their season sucked this year.
Pretty sure it's an easy one for the Bengals there. Everybody was expecting them to make it to the at least playoffs again. They
Or
were
even
one of the
when
top
they-
10 teams in the NFL, and they didn't make it.
Yeah,
So
or
there you
even
go.
when the AFC North.
Done.
I mean,
Easy.
as far as the Buckeyes should not have been in the college playoffs. As big of a Buckeye fan that I am, They shouldn't have been in the playoffs. It's like taking the AFC champion. Let's see, who is it going to be? What, Patriots versus Steelers? And everybody loves Patriots, and the Steelers win
wait a minute.
because they're from Pennsylvania.
How the fuck are you?
And then what happens is
discounting Kansas City?
then what happens is shut the fuck up.
Not discounting
the
Kansas
commissioner
City.
says, "Hey, you know what? Everybody loves the Patriots, so we're going to put the Patriots in the Super Bowl, despite the fact that the Steelers, who are from Pennsylvania, actually did win the conference."
I think you guys are all.
You see the parallel I'm
Steelers
trying to make?
suck.
Penn State, Pittsburgh, Penn State.
No,
I feel like you're all
No,
screwing
I
this
don't
up
see
because
it.
I feel like the
Penn
Texans are
State
going to be in
won
the
the
Super Bowl.
B1G,
yeah.
Go Texans!
and they didn't even get a chance
that
in the
happens, I'm
playoffs.
jumping in the Ohio
Ohio State
River.
didn't even get
16-point favorites is New England.
I'm jumping in the Ohio River with a $12 Hobie shirt on.
Oh!
If what the
Texans
Texans
win. Or make the Super
Is
Bowl.
that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, is this a celebratory jump into the Ohio River?
Sure.
Or a?
I don't know. Because it's so impossible to happen that.
Okay.
Oh.
And it'd be great advertising for you guys.
Yeah.
Actually, what would be great is if Osweiler and the backup goes down, and they have to like rehire Hoyer
No, because
Back in
backup is
for the-
Brandon Whedon. That would
Yeah.
be the best.
with backup Brandon Whedon, and they make it to the Super Bowl and win.
That would be.
Then you would
hilarious.
jump into the river in despair.
Well, I said if the Texans win the Super Bowl, I'm jumping in the river.
Super Bowl.
with
I
a
thought you
Hobie-
just meant if they beat the
I think he said
Patriots.
getting to the Super Bowl, actually.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
If they get to the Super Bowl, I will jump in the Ohio River with a Hobie shirt on.
Done. Done and done.
All right.
Yeah. Well, anyways, Randall says Buckeyes. There you go.
Okay.
I picked none of the above because I wasn't excited for any of them.
Okay.
And the Pop Culture Cafe says Will and Grace coming back to TV. Are you guys excited?
Nope.
Nope.
I can watch that TV show with the volume down and just watch Deborah Messing.
Eh.
Yeah. Same. Meh. I can watch the TV show with the volume down and just watch.
Will?
No, I was going to go the other guy.
Sean Hayes.
Sean Hayes.
I cannot stand Sean
Oh,
Hayes.
he's terrible. I can't stand
In
anything.
everything.
Yes.
Everything. I don't get why. And he's a big time producer for NBC. Like, he has a lot of shows. He does Hollywood Game Night was one of his.
Oh, okay.
But he's done a couple other ones.
NBC.
And I'm just like, oh, God. Speaking of TV, did you see that who played in Reno 911? And he's in The Odd Couple now.
Thomas Lennon?
Yes. He
Yeah.
is playing Joe Pesci's character, Leo Getz, in the new Lethal Weapon TV show.
Oh, God, that's the worst part of the Lethal Weapon movie.
They said it's a one-episode thing, but they're probably going to make him a reoccurring character.
Oh, that's what.
Well, Thomas Lennon
was
could
the-
make it better.
Probably, but that was the downfall of Lethal Weapon. Was it's like okay, he was, but they brought him back for 3 and 4. It's like he was bad
Yeah.
enough in 2. But
he in 2?
Yeah,
Was he? I didn't know if he was 2 or
he was
3.
introduced in 2, and then they brought him back for 3 and 4.
I'd like to know who in the hell is watching Lethal Weapon, the TV show.
It's getting great,
Not me.
great ratings.
The Wayans family, I think, is watching it.
Well, that's probably why. There's a lot of Wayans out there.
That's true. Sean is doing it. Sean
Exactly.
Wayans. Let's wrap it up here.
And finally, we always the caboose.
Yes.
Professor number 1 at Doctor number 1. He says, "Is it me or did everyone expect 50 Shades Darker to be about Jeff and Nick Albright?"
That's the porn version. Sorry, just saying. That's what I've heard. Just saying.
So it's not about.
No, it is not. It is not.
I'm a little
Yes.
disappointed. I was hoping some royalty checks would come in.
Yeah. I'm excited about 50 Shades Darker. Is anyone else? Or yeah, is that what it's called? No,
And probably about 50 million bored housewives.
It was disappointing.
the new
The
one.
book? You read the book?
Yeah, the book and the movie.
Yeah. You probably just went to use the bathroom. And I bet you probably just read it while you were peeing. That whole book.
Yeah, it was.
That wasn't even the
Not
Cliff Notes
bad.
version.
Did you have to turn your penis in before you read that book?
No.
We do have a couple doctor questions.
I thought you meant physically turn it into.
That's
his
what I
body.
actually thought he meant too.
Oh yeah, I did do that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Got to put the lotion in the
Inverted
basket.
penis.
Push the lotion.
I don't know if we should give your man card back if you admit to reading that book.
Let's see.
I don't know why you're so concerned about people's man cards. It worries me about you.
Let's see.
Because I got my man card. I
When?
keep it in my wallet to prove I am
Just
masculine.
today. Woo!
I bet your wife, she runs that ship. There is no way you're the man of that house.
He has to ask to borrow his man card.
Honey,
I am going to the podcast. Can I have the man card, please?
Guys, can I have my man
Can I have
card?
the man card, please?
why are you talking to those assholes again?
Right.
the man
He's
card.
out. He comes back like, honey, I don't have my man card. Bednar took it from me.
We got
Promise I'll finish 50
Gray.
Shades of Grey. Okay.
I love The Crown. I really did. I told the guys I didn't, but I really love it. I love it.
Okay, I love The Arrival. Does that make you happy?
And then she get like, grow a pair, man.
So
Jeez.
the whole movie's about her knowing that she's going to have a baby and the kid's going to die of leukemia at age 7, but she doesn't anyways. And the doctor gets really pissed off that she ends up marrying from studying the
alert.
aliens with.
Spoiler
And she
alert.
gets all this because she can think in circles. That's The Arrival.
We have
There you
some
go.
medical questions for Dr. Bednar.
Oh, medical
Oh,
questions.
okay.
Graphic novice.
We should have a new segment
you
every
can see
time he
these.
comes on. Medical questions.
That's
from
because he
Dr.
didn't forward them to anybody.
Okay. No, you need like the Doogie Howser theme.
Well, you're the musician. Fucking do it. Anyways.
I thought that was the Price is Right theme when people like get it wrong.
I was trying to do a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah, that.
Graphic novice says, "How do you get sperm out of Peruvian
Peruvian.
wool? How do you get sperm out of it?
Coconut
straw.
and black pipe.
Okay, just making sure."
With your tongue.
Doctor number 1, what?
No, how you use those utensils is my job.
Oh.
They asked what I use.
Doctor number 1 says, "My penis is a little discolored. Could the doc look at it for me?" I think it was.
outside.
I think it was when you used it to make the floppy mold. Something got infected. Could you do that, Doctor Bednar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only if it's in floppy mode.
Okay. Just making sure. So there's the questions of the week for the doctor. Next time he's on, come up with some more questions, especially about
we're
sperm.
after it, Specialize in sperm.
Yeah. Let's get to some news of the geek.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
News of the geek, yeah. Marvel comic books, in terms of sales, are not doing anywhere near as well as they used to. They used to be the king. The launch of DC Rebirth has hurt them, while even the once much smaller Image Comics is regularly beating them.
Oh no.
Bleeding Coal has been keeping track of Marvel's sales, and with DC Comics dominating another week with 8 out of the 10 best-selling comics. The site caught up with retailers, and they're not happy with the way Marvel is handling their comics.
Yeah, Marvel.
Because shocking, Marvel is putting out a lot of #1 issues repeatedly. And big events are clearly hurting their shops. They just did Civil War 2, and the last issue was out like 3 months later than it should have been. So it's like, gee, maybe you should probably have these come out on time and you wouldn't have an issue.
And maybe you should, I don't know, just give the people the books that they want, and then every once in a while they try to do a big crossover that takes over a year to do every year.
And
So
nobody
they're
cares
always in crossover.
The crossovers are annoying. We would like to get this from a comic book guys, maybe Tony who, from Saudi Language, and also Dev. He's up at Koi's Comics in Michigan.
He's not listening to us anymore. Though.
Well, you know what? I'm trying to give him a free plug. Koi Comics up in Saginaw, Michigan. Come on, Dev. Come back. I'm sending you bison jerky.
You know, he was still upset that
Gotham
won for the 3rd year in a row, best TV show.
I'm upset that Gotham won a 3rd year in a row.
3rd year in a row.
Gotham's
But
upset
Gotham
that
just
Gotham
didn't win best show. It won several awards.
It won 2 awards.
It was a
this past
2-time
year.
floppy winner in
Yeah.
2016. So
It actually won best zombie book about the sinking of the Titanic as well.
It
yes,
did.
it did.
And in all honesty, it won outright its categories, unlike Nickel. Anyway, so per some retailers interviewed,
Whoa!
these are quotes from some retailers. Spider-Man and Deadpool was our best-selling Marvel ongoing for a while, mostly outside Civil War and other events. But the oversaturation of Deadpool, shocking, has caused it to finally calm down, dropping off a lot these last 2 to 3 months. We just closed our best year of all time, best month, and our best sales week in history leading up to Christmas. Marvel sales have never been this low in our store in the last 15 years.
Wow.
So they said, another guy said that Civil War II, number 8, the last issue, took 4th place, and the only other one from Marvel was Star Wars number 26, 9th place. Everything else was all DC as usual. So Marvel had more titles in the store's top 20, with DC taking the other ones.
That's interesting that the comic books are the complete opposite of the movies.
Yeah.
Well, it's also new, too, because wasn't it used to be it was all Batman, and then everything else was Marvel?
Yeah. Now DC's doing some good stuff that is taking over, so... the next story, the Rogue One story, we're actually not going to do because we actually talked about it with the multiple things. I thought it was last week, so it was actually this week.
Good job.
No, but let's talk about shitty fucking journalism for a second.
Yes.
If you're going to reference an actor that's in the movie, don't you want to say who the actor was playing in the damn movie?
Yes. And Collider did not in this article.
If you read this article, I mean, it's basic, simple journalism. Who, what,
Yes.
when, where, why, how.
Yes. Hell, when I do movie reviews, I put the character and I put in who they played or vice versa.
That's sad that they thought that people would be like smart enough to know who was in the movie and played what.
Just journalist. Bednar, would you like to read? We have a new category in News of the Geek. Every week we're going to have a News of the Weird. This one was courtesy of Blake. He found this. And now I looked at it today. It actually went viral. And it's on CBS News today. This same story.
I'm telling you, we are the Zephyr of fucking knowledge on this podcast.
We are. Hobie McHopeface.
Exactly. How many times have we talked about shit on this podcast that comes to fruition?
It does. It does.
We actually get copied.
We've done it many times, actually.
We actually get copied, like him, the Sony executive guy.
Oh, yeah.
From Dorkley. Okay, so News of the Weird. Let's go, Bednar. You do it.
So I wanted to do this in my best Jason impression. So just let the audience be aware, because
Let the juices flow.
as I read this the first time, I read it in my head as Jason reading it. So this is going to be horribly perfect.
Do I get to interrupt you like I do Jason?
Yes. Shut up. News of the Weird. Shut up, Blake. A viral Facebook post by a woman in Brazil. Shut up. Brazil tells the story of her discovery that her daughter's
Daughter. You don't pronounce the G.
great grandmother attempting to pray to Saint Anthony figurine.
Anthony.
Shut up. Has instead praying to a small toy Elrond, the elf lord from Lord of the Rings. Oh Christ.
Hold on. You have to insert a Trent joke. Talking tree joke at the moment.
Trent,
right here.
trunk tree, stupid walking tree
Trents.
Tree ants.
All right. My daughter's great grandmother praised this figure of Saint Anthony every day, writes Gabriella
Brandau.
Marlon Brando. In a series of images, she reveals that the figurine is not Saint Anthony, but the fact it is the Lord of Rivendell.
Riverdance.
Rivendell.
In any case, the event isn't that embarrassing because Elrond actually descended from the Majors
Meyer.
and Angle beings of
Angelic.
great power who came to Middle Earth and are able to wander the world unseen or shape themselves as Elvis
Elves
and men. Or, oh my God, what am I even saying? It's fucking Lord of the Rings. This shit sucks. Fuck you, hobbits.
That's pretty accurate.
Really? You actually did a pretty good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, this lady's actually praying to something from Lord of the Rings figuring, and she thought it was the St. Anthony thing. It wasn't.
Yeah, actually, that is pretty fucking funny.
It's pretty funny.
But hey, if it works for her, you know? If it works for her, then God bless her. Or should I say St. Anthony?
Hey, find your faith somewhere.
Find it somewhere. Exactly.
Even if it is Elrond.
Elron Hubbard? What?
Elron Hubbard.
I gotta find my faith in L. Ron Hubbard. Okay.
I find my faith in Leah Remini, who's now the A&E channel. Fuck them.
Oh, Larry. Oh.
No.
No, Leah Remini LaCroix. Leia Remini LaCroix.
Doug, what are you doing? I'm trying to be cute and sexy. What are you doing eating that donut?
Scientology sucks.
Yeah.
All right, great. Now we're on the Scientology cut list. All right.
Hey, have you seen Kevin Can Wait?
Can I just follow that up by just saying I did all that with the utmost respect for Jason? Because
The only thing
You're
missing,
the one that has respect.
there was still one thing missing, and that was a bad Sex in the City reference.
It's a new year. I'm going to try to turn over a new leaf and leave some of these
Ab-fab
jokes.
sucks.
You needed a Trent joke, walking tree joke, and a Sex in the City.
fucking walking trees.
I'm trying to help you, Blake. I'm no longer going to make ab-fab Sex in the City jokes. I'm turning over a new leaf.
So that's your New Year's
On a
resolution?
walking tree.
Didn't take long. It didn't take long because on our personal Facebook pages, I did. Didn't take one day. Some quickies. Woo, that was fast. That's what she said.
And that was it. There we go.
Bad Moms is getting a sequel. Nope. Bad Moms Christmas Holiday. I like Bad Moms, the movie. Don't need a sequel.
And Kristen Bell, if you're listening, I still volunteer to be your fluffer boy before your sex scenes.
Would you like to be mine? I'm Leah Remini. What are you doing, Doug?
Actually, I would do Leah Remini fluffer boy. I'd do that too.
So did you see all the cool things?
Unless
about,
my wife's listening, now I'm like totally against it.
about
Mila
Kristen
Kunis
Bell
in that
after the
yeah.
Golden Globes.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Kristen. No, Kristen Bell after the Golden Globes. There's one viral that instead of hitting all the hot Hollywood things, like her and her husband, Dax went and played Settlers of Catan.
Good for them.
So that's how to celebrate.
I would have played Monopoly.
Play some board games.
Elijah Dushku has been rumored along. What the hell just happened there?
And we now know Jeff's favorite actress.
Elijah Dushku has been rumored along with Megan Fox to be up for the role of Catwoman in the film Gotham Sirens.
Oh God, not Megan Fox. Especially if you can get Elijah Dushku. Not Megan Fox. Get Elijah Dushku.
Actually, no, it'd be pretty funny if that was cat women, as in plural.
Hi,
we're the cat women and Megan Fox.
Wasn't that a Stephen King movie and book?
These people could see that.
The New Year's holiday week isn't a huge boom for every movie. For most movies, it is. Assassin's Creed, this year should have been in the box office bombs, but we're going to talk about it.
Do you know how many fucking commercials and shows were pimping Assassin's Creed?
I almost saw it opening night, and I
think every
stopped
ESPN
because
sports segment was sponsored by Assassin's Creed.
If you get bombarded that much by a trailer, it means it's going to suck.
I'm like, well, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I was going to see Assassin's Creed opening night, and then I read about 5 different reviews, and all of them were just bashing it. I said, I'm done.
How many hay wagons did he jump into? That's all
16.
I want to know.
2.
Bullshit. This guy's like 30.
It made $10 million opening weekend. Cost $125 million to make. It didn't do any better on its second weekend, making another $10 million.
Wow.
The overall gross is around $41 million. We'll be lucky to reach $60 million in North America. On the positive,
Except for the Chinese, they're gonna fuck it up again, like they did World of Warcraft, and their billion Chinamen are gonna buy 1 billion tickets, and now they're gonna buy the same thing for Assassin's Creed. And we're gonna be stuck with another Assassin's Creed sequel.
This segment and rant brought to you by Trump for President.
Are you allowed to say Chinamen anymore?
I don't know.
It's China people.
China persons.
Can we build a wall?
They did. It didn't work with the Mongols.
Actually, it did work pretty well.
I'm sorry, that was incorrect. It was the Moops.
The Moops. I made a Moops joke over Christmas break and a trivia card game, and nobody got the damn joke.
What's this world coming to?
Exactly.
Yeah, you know.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is
Moops.
the Moops.
Everybody knows it's the Mars. That's a typo. Nope. It says here.
Card says Moops. Gotta go with Moops.
Rather watch a movie about the Moops instead of Assassin's Creed, I guess.
Did you say Assassin's Creed?
That's the porn version. They never even had to change the title.
That'll be on my
They
Amazon
just had
Prime
to do
next
this
week.
They just had to do the spacing. Assassins.
Assassin. Ooh.
Yeah. It was-
Coming to Pornhub near you.
Hello, Hobie listeners. What are you doing next September 22nd through the 24th, 2017? Jason, that's a year away. Well, sure it is. But you know what? It's never too early to plan for the Cincinnati Comic Expo. Last year we had Stan Lee, we had John Barrowman, and even Teddy Sears. Zip. He was fast. That's September 22nd through the 24th at the Duke Energy Convention Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. Check the Cincinnati Comic Expo Facebook page out for all the news, or you can listen to Hobie and we'll be updating it as they release the new guest. Again, Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 22nd through the 24th. Make your plans now.
Hello? Are we on? Can anyone hear me? We're hijacking this podcast to help the voices get heard. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, will be of grave importance. So many people out there in the world have a voice, but no one's listening. Until now. The Tangibound Network is offering you the chance to have every voice heard. The TBN is offering a free podcast to anyone with a voice. I have to go, but before I do, remember, your voice counts. Check out the Tangibound Network. Go to tangiboundnetwork.com for details.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Well, as Jason already talked about, Assassin's Creed was our bomb of the Christmas season. Not much else to talk about bomb-wise, so we'll just go straight into the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
We have number 1. Who would have thought this?
I don't know.
Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Made another $22 million, a total of $477 domestically, on a budget of $200 million.
Impressive.
Most impressive. Hidden Figures made $21.8 million in its opening week on a budget of $25 million.
It's a NASA movie about the women, the mathematicians. My wife's actually seeing that this weekend.
So
I didn't even know what that was.
She'll have to let us know how it is.
Yes.
Apparently, they are not advertising that on the TV shows that I watch.
Oh, it's on all the TV shows I've seen. They actually said they were quite happy with this because they were expecting about 13 to 15 million.
Hey, excellent. Sing made $19.5 million.
You don't have to sigh at that. Sigh at this
Total
number.
of $213.5 million on a $75 million budget.
It looks bad.
Who went to see this?
I don't know.
I did.
You're the problem with this world.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Don't make me get my magic helmet.
Magic helmet.
Magic helmet.
Magic helmet.
What's opera dog?
Underworld: Blood Wars made $13 million in its opening week. What the hell?
Why are they making this? It's just Underworld Blood Wars. Oh, thank God! I was so waiting for that cliffhanger to end.
I'm just laughing at the fact that he said blood.
That's what I thought you were laughing at first.
No, I'm just laughing because they made another one.
That dude.
You know, I was fine with it until you mentioned it. I was like, oh, God, that really... Why?
I have no problem. They're fun. They're lighthearted.
Is Scott Speedman still in this?
I hope not. No, he was terrible.
He was supposed to be the next heir apparent
But it's
to Tom
got,
Cruise.
what's her name in it, wearing black leather.
Kate Beckinsale?
Yeah, if Kate
I don't
Beckinsale's wearing black leather, isn't that enough to make movies?
Nah, I don't care.
Not anymore. We'll talk about that later.
Okay. On a $35 million budget. And La La Land made $10 million. A total of $52 million on a budget of $30 million.
They're just expanding this slowly each week. I really don't have a desire to see this.
It's Gold Globe winning La La Land.
Shit.
It's going to win every Oscar, too, by the way.
It's got Ryan Gosling.
I'm intrigued
got
by
Emma
Moonlight.
Stone. Come on, what more do you need?
A lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Steve Carell, and then you can get the
Yeah, I
other
like
movie.
a Hollywood movie about Hollywood with dancing and singing. Yeah.
I'm shocked it's going to win an Oscar. Shocked.
Less singing and dancing.
But we're so cool because with the Oscars, we let The Artist win. It was a silent movie in the 2000s. We're cutting edge. No one fuck you. Just fuck you, Oscars. Fuck you.
Golden Globes.
And the Golden Globes. Fuck them too. Anyways,
Wow. Sound like they're the Grammys or something.
Wow. Those
It
are.
ain't that bad. Come on.
We may be up for a Grammy for Best Spoken Word. At least I will be.
For the floppy episode.
Yes.
I still love when on The Simpsons when
Yeah.
the B Sharps won their Grammy and Homer was all distraught because his family was back home and not with him when he won. So he tried to tip the bellboy a Grammy. He's like, "Oh, a major award! Oh, it's just a Grammy." Throws it off the balcony, and then you hear a bum yell, "Hey, quit throwing your Grammys at me!"
What's next?
Upcoming January 13th of 2017, we've got Patriots Day.
I want to see it.
It's going to be a box office bomb.
I'm afraid it might be.
It's Marky Mark in the Boston bombing.
Okay, that was just wrong. Stop it. Just stop it. Get the fuck out. Too soon.
That sounds horrible, but I might go see that.
I mean, it's a bomb at the box office.
In all honesty, is it not like it's being done almost documentary style?
Yeah.
Is it not?
Yes. They're using actual footage, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Blake's a big Marky Mark fan, so.
Well, aren't we all? I mean,
Oh, God, yeah. I think a Final Transformer.
Does he sing Good Vibrations in it?
Good. No, he sings I Need Money, because that's a song he wrote.
And we're going to stay in Boston and go to the new Ben Affleck movie, Live by Night.
Live.
Are you sure?
I'm going with Live.
Okay.
Till Ben Affleck comes on our show, it's Live by Night.
Live by Night.
Sound off, Ben. Let us know.
Also opening, Sleepless.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. I'm
Anyone
guessing by
knows
the title it's a horror story.
It's Jamie Foxx
no,
as a
that's a Jamie
cop,
Foxx as a
and
cop,
he's
yeah.
the mafia guys get his.
So you got two
kids, I
gangster
get 'em
style
alive.
movies. One is Sleepless with Jamie Foxx as a cop, and one is Live by
Good.
Night, which is Ben Affleck as a gangster.
He's a gangster, you see? He's gonna get
Copper. You're
him.
never going to get the end. Get me, Copper. Yeah.
Right.
Now this is the one everyone should be excited to see.
No, this look. Oh my.
Monster Trucks.
This looks so bad.
It looks so bad you gotta see it.
It's gonna hit my Amazon Prime like next week, isn't it?
Less than
And
next week.
something called The Bye Bye Man.
It's a horror movie.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I think I did. see
College
it.
kids
Yeah,
move
for that.
into a haunted house. They discover the bye-bye man tries to kill him.
If it's in January, it's gonna be terrible.
They discover that NSYNC lives with them. Bye, bye, bye.
No.
Now you have to get out for that one.
Don't want it. I don't know the rest of it.
It's about 3 social justice warriors that move into a house haunted by a Republican.
Now that I might watch.
I would pay money for that.
All right, buy sell this week. Are you buying or selling Kate Beckinsale? Well, she said this is the last of the underworld. I'll probably be selling because she really hasn't done much outside of underworld movies.
I buy in 2003.
Yeah, it's 2017.
Yep.
I am going to sell this one. Sell.
Like
I'm gonna hold.
I don't think it's an option.
you're holding? No, I got hold on.
He can hold.
Okay.
He's holding his wiener.
Okay.
That's right. I'm gonna hold myself.
Next.
Buy or sell Octavia Spencer.
As my good friends NSYNC said, bye, bye, bye. I'm
No,
doing
are you
this
saying
tonight.
you're buying it or you're telling her bye-bye?
I'm buying
As in
it.
you're
You're probably going to start a fight. I know this can't be right. Hey, baby, come on. I loved you endlessly when you weren't there for me, so now it's time to
That's not
leave
even
and
close
make
to a
it
tune, is
alone.
it?
I want to see you out that door,
Did he turn this
baby.
into a rap?
I think so.
Turn everything into a rap. Bye, bye, bye.
I'm
And
probably
this is why
selling
Apollo
Octavia
13
Spencer.
had glitches.
I'm buying Octavia Spencer.
Octavia Spencer, she was in Hidden Figures. It's
Yes.
about the
NASA.
three ladies that did
I think I'm selling
all the
Octavia
math,
Spencer. I don't think
calculus,
she's necessarily going to
longhand.
be a draw.
She's
For
in
the
Hidden
astronauts.
Figures also.
Yes.
She was also
Okay.
in she had her big splash in The Help.
Yeah.
The hell. Yeah.
I would buy her. I think she's on that.
She won an Oscar, which
Yeah.
is better than a Grammy.
Yes.
Yes.
Next.
Well, Floppy's better than a Grammy. But Taraji Henson.
From Empire, and she's in
Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures.
Yeah, both ladies are Hidden
I
Figures.
think Taraji Henson has a good future. I think
her,
I'll buy.
I'll buy.
Yeah, her arrow is pointing up.
Yep.
So I buy.
Blake.
I think the calculus says bye.
Well, wasn't she also in, what was the name of it? Hustle and Flow?
Oh,
Margie
yes, she was.
Hansen.
You can't play that on the radio.
Whoop that trick.
Yeah.
Whoop that trick.
So we're all buying that?
Yeah.
I think we're all buying Taraji Henson.
We're all buying Taraji.
All right. All right. This week on our top 5, we're going for our top 5 favorite fictional spies / government agents.
Okay. Dr. Bednar, you can start this one off.
Wynka. Sorry, I'm
Wait,
just reading
you're-
from the. I'm reading from the cheeky monkey.
From our
I'm reading from the
nerdly.co.uk
wrong
list.
Yeah, wrong
my bad.
list.
Our five
turn that
British
one over.
words that you can
Thank you for
read
turning that over
and
for me.
say online.
My
You
bad.
can't say that on a TV.
Except for the Queen
Okay,
C
so
word.
top 5 what
Country.
are we looking at here?
Can't
Top
touch
5
the Queen
fictional
C
spies?
Top 5 fictional
literally.
spies or government agents, right?
Yes, yeah.
Like it could be a spy or a government agent.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Okay, so my number 5, I have a tie.
Whose Facebook
course.
list are you reading off of? Is that Chris?
I'm not even on
Chris
Facebook
from 365 Flicks?
much.
Much.
I have a tie between Jack Ryan
Jack Ryan.
yeah,
Okay.
Any specific?
and Kanye West.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Well, Jack Ryan was not a bad choice.
Sure, whatever you
What?
say.
He's one of my favorite fictional spies.
On purpose? Okay. Blake, what's your number 5?
Why
Kanye
Kanye
West.
West?
Yeah.
The singer, or I'm sorry, the rap
Are
artist.
you telling me is he real?
I don't think he's a spy.
Really?
Well, it might be a government
It's been a
agent.
joke the whole time.
Well, he did do that movie with Michael Myers on the flood relief telethon.
Oh, good lord. You just changed my whole perspective. I had no idea.
It would have worked if you planted seeds on that earlier in the podcast, and then you hit us with the Kanye West.
Inside baseball here.
Yeah.
It's all right, Bednar. Not all of them can be home runs. Thanks for the mixer. Moving on. What's your number 5?
Ooh, wow.
I'm going to say Kanye after you.
That's fine. Blake, what's your number 5?
I'm going to start with a disclaimer.
Yes.
I'm not going to say James Bond for any of my stuff because that's like a given. Everybody should have James Bond.
I'll get to mine in a second with that too. Okay.
Well, I thought about 10 spies I'd put ahead of James Bond, so he wouldn't even touch my list.
Well, then I'm going to take him out just because I thought it would get you out
That's
after
right.
adding him.
Only-
Okay, go ahead.
Only Nick Albright would touch your list. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So, number 5. I hobied it.
Oh, shocking.
Of course. I had to. And this is like birds with a feather that go together.
So there's a reason that
There's a reason that these are together. Yes. Agent 99 and Emma Peel.
From?
Barbara Feldon from Get Smart.
Yep.
99.
I'm just going to get...
And Diana Rigg.
Okay. From the Avengers.
No, from Game of Thrones.
Oh.
No, of course, from the Avengers.
It's like, wait a minute. The movie with Uma Thurman or the TV show?
TV show.
No, the TV show.
Always a
He
TV
said,
show.
He said,
I know, I was
Diana
kidding.
Rigg.
Diana Rigg. And if you watch Game of Thrones, you would have gotten that joke too, Jason. But you don't.
Fucking ends.
Well, I'm going to say that partially comes up on one of mine.
Okay, good.
What's your number 5, Jeff?
My number 5, I've got a tie.
Oh, sure.
It's between White Spy and Black Spy.
That was an honorable mention.
In Spy versus Spy.
I like it.
Hey, leave racism out of this.
It has nothing to do with race.
Always has something. That's a good one. I like Spy versus Spy. That's my honorable
That's why
mention.
they made
Mad
my list.
Magazine, Spy versus Spy.
Yes, Mad Magazine.
Yes, we like that.
They always were fighting each other. Fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight, fight.
No, that's Itchy and Scratchy.
Oh, sorry. My number 5 is I was running out of good spies, and then
5.
yeah,
At number 5.
I had 4.
Before we can even
Prospects
start
for the
the
next
list.
4 are going to be.
I had good 4 that came up, and then at 5 I was like, well, let me see what's out
And
there.
he just crossed James Bond off his list.
All right, that's good.
He's hobied. So, and I added this one in honor of Blake, and then I realized, oh shit, there's a lot better agents out there. But I did it anyways. This is Captain Francis Blake. I did it in honor of Blake because of your name, Blake. He is Blake and Mortimer from Tintin magazine from 1946. He's a quite dashing guy. So there you go. I was reaching. Shut up. Leave me alone.
Wow.
Is better than Kanye West. He's a Belgian comic series.
I didn't know he wasn't a spy.
Well, he's in Tintin, right? This is what you said?
The magazine. It's Captain Francis Blake of MI5. The main antagonist is their sworn enemy, Colonel Ulrich.
Ulrich!
Yes, they're called Blake and Mortimer. So that is my number 5. And God,
Is that anything like Rick and Morty?
I don't know, but that kind of fell on.
This week with Blake and Mortimer.
My number 4, Jason Bourne. I like Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne.
I like the series. I wish that Paul Greengrass would stop moving the camera when there's a fight scene, because I want to see what the actual fight scene, not just blur. But Jeff, what's your number 4?
It's going for that realism.
My number 4, as I mentioned
Unfortunately.
earlier, I had Emma Peel.
Okay.
Yay!
What? She has an umbrella. What's your number 4, Blake?
My number 4. I bet this isn't on any of your guys' lists.
All right.
But this was a series that I don't think got as much recognition that it should. You know. And I really thought that after the death of Harambe, there'd be like a special, special series run for this show in order to honor Harambe. But apparently I was wrong.
I know where it's coming.
It's Lancelot Link, Secret Chimp.
We're getting that one.
But he was a chimp, Harambe was a gorilla.
Same family.
Yeah, so are humans.
We're all monkeys.
Exactly.
Okay. So anytime a human dies, you think of Lancelot Link?
I don't know about humans dying, but I feel like the segment is. What's your number 4, Blake?
How is that different than Kanye West? Oh, wait.
Oh, okay.
The JBs is my number 4. Jack Bauer, James Bond, Jason Bourne, and our friend
Jason
Jason
Berger.
Brown.
Oh.
Great JB.
Okay.
Who happened to also be
A spy.
a spy and was up for some major awards nominated for his most recent movies. So shout out to you, JB. You the man.
Okay.
Yeah, not Jason Brigger.
He's not a spy.
You think?
Well, like Kanye West
The
is.
great JBs. And Jason was like,
So me, Kanye, Secret Chimp,
Lancelot Link.
and Francis Blake. We're all the same because we all suck as
If they're
spies.
good spies, then you didn't know they were a spy.
Like Chuck Barris.
But these
I
are
hope I didn't
fictional.
ruin somebody's
Kanye
list.
West.
These are fictional. And Chuck Barris, yeah, fictional.
I feel like Kanye West is fictional.
Chuck Berry.
What's your number 3, Bednar?
Who is it? Who's next?
Oh, my number 3. Emmett Fitzhume and Austin Milbarge from Spies Like Us. Chase,
And Aykroyd.
Chevy Chase,
yeah.
Dan Aykroyd.
Okay.
Spies like us.
Doctor.
Doctor.
I see why you picked it.
Doctor.
You just wanted us to
Doctor.
keep calling you Doctor.
Doctor. And Doctor.
Doctor.
Blake, what's your number 3?
Doctor. Number 3 is a tie
Oh, of course.
between Robert Conrad and Robert Conrad.
Okay.
You
Explain.
guys are sitting there going, because Robert Conrad was James T. West in the Wild Wild West.
Will Smith did a better job.
Wow,
No, wrong. And he was also
Me and Artemis,
he was
Clyde
also
Frog, or saving Salma Hayek in the Wild Wild West.
Anyways, Blake, what's the other one?
and he was also Thomas Remington Sloan in A Man Called Sloan.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot
I
Remington
thought you were saying
Steele.
Remington Steele.
And he was also in that battery commercial where he puts it on his shoulders like, go ahead, knock it off, I dare you.
Oh, that guy.
That guy.
Was that your Conrad? And Francis, okay.
Yeah, so Robert Conrad, Wild Wild West. You know, that was in the 60s. And, of
Yeah.
course, Star Trek was in the 60s. I guess having the name James T. was pretty popular back then. Because you got
Probably.
James T. West, James T. Kirk.
James T. McDougal.
Yeah,
James
James T.
Stevenson.
that's right.
Bradley.
That's right. James T. Brigger.
James T. Euler. Okay. What's your number 3?
That's right.
My number 3 is La Femme Nakita,
That's a good one.
specifically the Petta Wilson USA show.
Okay. That's a good one. She kicked ass.
She kicked a lot of ass.
Petta.
My number 3 is from USA Channel. Michael Weston from Burn Notice. He was like MacGyver mixed with an agent that was burned. That was a good show. I stopped after about season 4 because it kind of started petering out. But I always enjoyed that he told you why he was doing something, like his weapons and that. So if you do this and this. My number 2, Agent Phil Coulson. He's the only part of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that I enjoy.
Yep, I agree with that. Yep.
Quite a bit from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I enjoy. But I'm staying in the Marvel realm, and
Okay.
I'm going for the Black Widow.
Oh, I forgot about her.
Black Widow.
Damn it.
Natasha, I forgot her name.
Romanoff.
Natasha.
I should have gone U.S. Agent. Damn it.
Natasha.
Oh, we should have gone U.S.
Boris and Natasha. Natasha.
Scarlett
Oh,
Johansson.
could have done Boris and Natasha, their spots.
Tony Stark and Iron Man 2. I need one of those.
No. You could have picked Moose and Squirrel.
That would have got the 75 to 80-year-old demographic. Honey, they're talking about Bullwinkle and Rocky on this show. Come on in here and turn up the radio.
When did you think Rocky and Bullwinkle were on the air?
1930s.
Okay.
In your timeline, why not?
Sorry, Kanye West. Anyways, moving on. Go ahead.
Number 2 for Blake.
Is that for me?
Yes.
It's a tie again.
Of course it is.
But it's not Robert Conrad and Robert Conrad.
Oh,
witty
okay.
like I did the last one.
James T. Kirk.
No, it's Mulder and Scully.
Oh, okay. X-Files.
X-Files. My favorite 2 FBI agents.
It's not really a tie. They're one and the same.
Pretty
They
much.
go together.
Yeah, they are.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
They go together like shama lama dip da dip da dip.
Like dildo and KY. His hers.
Change about.
Ding dong. Go ahead. What's your number 2, Doctor?
My number 2 is Powers. Austin Powers. I love Austin Powers.
I like Austin Powers.
Time has not been kind.
Curiosity.
That was my number 1.
Why?
What?
Why do you
It
dislike
was
Austin
my
Powers?
number 1.
Yeah, Jason.
First one was okay. Second one was good.
Yep.
Hated the third film.
Yeah.
Hate it. Hate it.
I hated Beyonce.
It was
Yeah,
it was
Beyonce
a
was
steady
horrible.
decline throughout the
Yes.
series. That's fine. I get
It
that.
I
was.
thought it
steady
actually peaked
decline.
with
But
the second one.
original Austin Powers, the first 2, that was pretty damn good.
It was.
The reason why it was so good is it's some really good, funny references because there were no good Bond, fake Bond
I agree.
movies.
Tons of
slapstick,
fake Bond,
yeah.
tons of Man from
And
Uncle.
so if you're a huge fan of Bond, watching those can give you a good time.
Our
throws a
man
shoe?
Flint.
Throws a shoe,
He throws
really.
a shoe.
What's your number 1?
There was a shoe.
My number 1 is Agent Smith.
Oh, Matrix.
Oh, I thought you meant Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
No.
Would you like to retry that number 1 again?
No,
We'll
not
give
at
you
all.
another chance.
I loved Agent Smith.
Between
in those movies. He was
Kanye-
my favorite character in that entire show. It was the only reason that show was worth watching.
Mr.
Elrond
Anderson.
played a fantastic Agent Smith.
So you started off weak with Kanye and you ended up weak. Okay, well, hey, it was a circle like a rival.
Trying to Jason Brigger it. Oh.
Oh.
You know what humans remind me of?
Locust.
What is that?
Smell.
A shitty movie.
Anderson. I don't understand.
Okay,
Why are there hobbits?
is he doing a Jack Nicholson? I'm not sure what he's doing right
Deliver
now.
A ring.
Blake, your number 1 was what?
They keep bringing me rings.
Like I can do something about
Why
it.
do these midgets keep bothering me?
Little people.
Mr. Anderson.
What's your number 1, Blake? What? It was already
Somebody respects my
There you
number
go.
1 pick.
not many. What was it?
It was Austin Powers, baby.
That's enough that talking.
Oh, wait, Austin Powers. That means we have to say the English
I
word.
get it.
He was jolly good and brilliant. He was such a cheeky monkey wanker.
He was a cunt. Okay.
It's all right. I was too late on the. You can't say the Queen C word.
Sorry, my bad.
My number 1 top fictional spy, Sidney Bristow from Alias.
Ah, yeah, I could see that.
Jennifer Garner.
Good job.
Enough said.
Enough said.
Way to stay in the course.
That
Well, you
was the best.
saw the
answer.
theme I had here, didn't you?
You know, I had honorable mention. I had Roger Moore
Well, I was,
as the Saint.
I was still at number 1 still. My number
We don't
1.
care about your number 1.
Okay.
I had Archer as my honorable mention.
I had
too.
Maxwell
already took
Smart
your
as
number
my number 1.
Yeah, he
Get
missed it by
Smart.
that much.
I had Maxwell Smart in my honorable.
I love Maxwell Smart. I love Get Smart. Growing
How
up
about the
on the
nude bomb?
syndication.
Played
the new
by-
movie was funny. It was too. I
Played
like the
by-
new movie.
I didn't say the new movie. I said
played
the
by
nude bomb.
Don shit.
Played by.
Don Amici?
Who played
Played by.
Maxwell Smart?
Wasn't it Don Amici?
Played by.
Oh, it could have been Kanye West.
Could it have been Don Adams?
Don Adams. That's who it was. Sorry.
Oh, it was the voice of Tennessee Tuxedo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could put Tennessee Tuxedo as your honorable mention too.
You know what? We got a lot of listener feedback.
My
takes on
honorable
this one.
mention was Varys.
Mine was M.
The spider, master of whispers.
Ooh.
I love
He is
that
a government
M was
agent,
played
isn't
by a
he?
different person all the
Yeah.
time.
That's not a bad one.
Who?
Not all.
You're saying M should have been ahead of Kanye West? Really?
Yeah. Doctor number 1 had Perry the Platypus.
That was good. I just haven't
I
seen
actually
it
thought
enough.
of Perry.
Maxwell Smart. Both of the Spy versus Spies. Francis Xavier Flynn from the author of Fletch. Let's see. Chris at 365. Good day, mate. He had Harry Hart, who was Colin Firth in Kingsman. Hello, Becca. Number 4 is Jack Ryan, played by Harrison Ford. 3, Jack Bauer and Carrie Matheson. He hobied it. 2 was Fox Mulder, and Dana Scully. Hobied it again. And number 1 was James Bond with Pierce Brosnan playing.
Brosnan's his favorite Bond.
No way, dude. He was a better spy as Remington Steele.
From Jordan at the
Remington Steele
Canadian.
wasn't a spy. He was a detective.
That's what he wanted you to think.
Aha.
From Jordan at the Canadian. Tim from the sitcom Spy.
Don't know it.
Nope. From Randall, but thanks for sending it in. From Randall Holt at
I probably
RJ
would have
Holt.
it on my list if I knew who Tim from Spy was.
But thanks, Jordan. He had Austin Milbarge and Emmett Fitzhume from Spies Like Us. Frank Moses from Red. That was a good one. The movie Red. All four of everyone from Doctor Number One's list. Government agents. He went with Agent Mulder and Erwin R. Scheister from the WWF. IRS. It was a good one. I like that.
Wow. So now you got to read Doctor Number One's list.
I just did. Doctor Number 1 was Perry the Platypus.
Oh. Okay.
Let's see. Sean Kuhn from Pittsburgh Nerd, our arch nemesis. It's not really arch nemesis when we win all the time. Let's see. Number 5 was Emma Peel. 4 was Chuck Bartowski, which was Chuck from Chuck. Subway.
Number Ground Chuck.
Yes. 3 was Jason Bourne. 2 was Derek Flint. Who's Derek Flint?
Our man Flint.
Our man Flint.
Oh, thank you. Number 1 was James Bond. Henno. Chris is Dr. Bednar's arch nemesis. He had Severus Snape.
Severus Snape.
Whatever.
Serious.
I feel like your impression of me earlier is pretty spot
Severus Snape.
I never realized how much I mispronounce stuff.
I really overdid it on purpose, but
Oh, you did overdo it? I didn't notice.
Number 4
It seemed
was
right on.
Charlie's Angels.
oh, come on.
3
Charlie's Angels was an honorable mention for me.
3 was White Spy. 2 was Black Spy. And number 1 was...
We have to talk about color all the time.
Stop it. Varys, Secret Squirrel. Oh, Varys. Sorry, number 1. Varys. Sorry. Who's Varys?
Game
Of Thrones.
Oh, sorry. Secret Squirrel was most honorable mention. Let's see.
That was a fun cartoon.
Finally, we had Kevin from 365 Flicks. G'day, mate.
Wanka.
He had Johnny Utah at number 5. Point break. Number 4 was, this is my favorite, Stanley Goodspeed from The Rock. Goodspeed.
You know what that means? Godspeed.
Nope, not really. It doesn't. They're Sean Connery. It's a totally different word.
Does it mean pushy galore?
Pushy galore. Sometimes you just gotta slap a woman. No, you don't, Sean. I don't know what's wrong with you, fucking asshole. Number 3 was Lee Harvey Oswald. That's what he had.
Fictional agent.
Number 2 was Chuck Barris from Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Yeah.
And number 1 was Jack Bauer.
No.
There you go. There's our top 5. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Somebody did. Anyways, thanks for listening. We are back every week now. And Dr. Bednar, thanks for coming on.
Yes.
Thank you.
So
Thanks for setting up our audio.
Yes.
I hope I'm going to be a listener this week for sure to see how well the audio turns
This
out.
1 week.
I love how our guests never listen.
I always listen when I'm on to see how stupid I am.
No, okay. Well, this week you hit the bar pretty high.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, let's see. That's what you get for mocking me.
Oh yeah.
Bad idea was from a fan. If you're a fan and you have a bad idea of the week, send it over to us at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter or on Facebook at The History of Bad Ideas. You can also like our page, please do. Or you can send it to us on Tumblr at bowlingballhobbytumblr.com.
He's making all that up.
The Tumblr part, I have no
I
idea
think
how
the
it works.
Facebook too, because I send you stuff on Facebook all the time and I had no response. That's why I got onto Twitter finally, is because
You've blocked us. Anyways.
only to be blocked.
Mad Wanderer podcast, which is the guys from Passers By podcast, which will be on next week. He has bad idea number 1052. Drinking Sambuca from a shoe. That was a New Year's Eve tweet. He had a rough night.
Well, drinking Sambuca is pretty bad to begin with.
Yes.
From a shoe.
I think there's a bigger picture to paint here that I'm intrigued by.
From a shoe is what I'm intrigued.
Shoe is it? You know.
I think it's a Wolverine work boot. Work boot. It's a work boot.
Okay.
Used.
It's a sneaker.
I had a Sambuca for like my 23rd or 24th birthday. Proceeded to throw up like 10 minutes later outside the bar. I don't think I ever drank Sambuca again. That was a rough one.
It's almost as bad as Krampus.
Oh.
Krampus.
So Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Adieu.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad.